today's our topic is light, and we will discuss on reflection of light and light, role of light in our daily life, nature of light, straight line propagation of light. First, light. What is light? Light is a kind of energy. And what is the role of light in our daily life? So we can see the things only when there is light. If there is no light, we cannot see the things. We can understand this with the help of an example. Suppose that it is an object or it is a thing. Whenever a light falls on it, it is light ray. Whenever a light ray falls on any object, it reflects this light ray. When this reflected light ray enters in our eye, then we can see this thing. That means light enables us to see the things. So what is light? Light is a kind of energy which enables us to see the things. Now nature of light. Light has dual nature. First one is particle nature and the second wave nature. Light can be emitted or absorbed as particles, so it has particle nature, and it always travels as a wave, so it has wave nature. That means what is the nature of light? Light has dual nature. It can be absorbed or emitted as particles and travels as wave. Now fourth, straight line propagation of light. Straight line propagation of light means light always travels in a straight path. So according to the straight line propagation, light always travels in straight line path. We can prove this with an example. Or suppose that we have a long pipe, and this pipe is hollow pipe, and we pass a light ray from this end, and if we try to see this light from this end, we can easily see this light. That means light travels in straight line. But when we bend this pipe, and we pass light from this end, and if we try to see this light ray from this end, then we cannot see this light, which shows light travels only in a straight line path, which is called straight line propagation of light. Now our topic is reflection of light. For this we have a draw. Suppose that it is a bright surface of any object, and a light ray falls to the surface. What happens? When a light falls on a bright surface of any object, it goes back in the same medium. Goes back in the same medium after striking the surface of the object. What is reflection of light? Bending back or bouncing back of light in the same medium after striking the surface of object is called reflection of light. Topic is reflection of light. For this we have to consider two transparent media. Suppose that first medium is air, and the second one is glass. As you know, glass is more denser medium than air, and suppose a light ray is passing obliquely from air to glass. What happens? First we will draw a normal to the interface of two transparent media. This is normal. Whatever, a light ray passing from air to glass bends towards the normal. As glass is more denser than air, light ray bends towards the normal. But the original path of light was in this direction. but the light travels along this path. This phenomenon is known as refraction. So what is refraction? When a light ray travels obliquely from one transparent medium to another, its direction of propagation changes, which is called refraction of light. Our topic is laws of reflection of light. Laws of reflection of light. What is reflection? Whenever a light ray strikes or hits a bright surface of any object, it goes back in the same medium. It's called reflection. Now, what are the laws of reflection? This ray, which is coming from the source, is called incident ray. Incident ray. And at the point this ray strikes is called point of incidence O. Point of incidence O. And this ray which reflected in the same medium is called reflected ray. Reflected ray. And we draw a normal or a perpendicular to the bright surface at the point of incidence is called normal. Is called normal. So what are the laws of refraction? This is incident ray, reflected ray, normal, and this point is point of incidence. Point of incidence. Incident ray makes an angle with normal. So angle of incidence. And this reflected ray makes an angle with normal. R is called angle of reflection. Angle of reflection. Now first law is angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. Second law, incident ray, reflected ray and the normal to the mirror at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. These are two laws of reflection. Now laws of reflection. Laws of refraction of light. What is refraction? Whenever a light ray travels obliquely from one transparent medium to another, its direction of propagation change. Suppose that it is a glass slab and a light ray falls on it. What happens? And we will draw a normal to the interface of two transparent media. It is normal. As this medium is glass and it is air. Air, glass. Glass is more denser than air. Now, when light ray travels obliquely from air to glass, it bends towards normal. Original path of light was in this direction. It is incident ray and this ray is a refracted ray. Reflected ray and refracted ray and this is normal. Angle formed between incident ray and normal is called angle of incidence. Angle of incidence I, and the angle formed between normal and refracted ray. Refracted ray is called angle of refraction. Now the laws of refraction of light. First law, incident ray, refracted ray and normal to the interface of two transparent media at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. On this plane, this is first law of refraction. Now the second law of reflection, the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to The sine of angle of reflection is always a constant for a given color of light and for definite pair of media. This law is also known as Snell's law.